another episode of Rican's Awesome Wrestling, and today we have Diamond Dallas Page. Like I'm grouping these, you know, all the Diamond Dallas Page together as I did all the Bruce Pritchards together. Anyways, Diamond Dallas Page talking about Randy Macho Man Savage. So this one I'm just going to go straight to the clip. Not a lot of chit-chat beforehand. We'll talk after. So let's go ahead and see what he's got to say.
Hey, let's talk about another one of your high-profile matches. We talked about it a little bit in the back, but let's not so much talk about the match. But Randy Savage, I was watching a lot of stuff about him, you know, recently because he's one of my favorite guys to watch work.
Sure.
And I loved his promos. I loved watching old stuff back, when he was in Memphis. And
he's unbelievable.
Yeah,
him and Lanny together.
Yeah,
but Randy would just stand out like you knew that guy was going to be unbelievable. Man.
Right. So. I had a squad, and I had a match with him. You remember we used to go to Orlando, and we'd crank out a couple of months of television. Yep. And, I think Randy beat me in like 3 or 4 minutes. I was stunning Steve. Wasn't shit. Was what it was. Happy to do the favors.
Sure.
But I don't really remember the match. Don't remember working with Randy. Don't remember shit.
Right.
So how was that guy to work with, just as far as, delivery, execution, being there, timing?
To me, I always say this thing. I say, when I first did stuff with him, in the ring and, just the way he moved, no TV cameras on now.
Right.
He was light and smooth and just like dancing with Fred Astaire. But when that red light came on, boom, I seen a big red flash, man, like boom, blue flash. And I was like, what the fuck? He took it up 5 notches, and that's how he made it. And his shit, as you know, was so intense. He asked to work with me because I couldn't say, I'd like to work with Randy Savage.
Yeah, you ain't going to make that call.
That wasn't going to happen. Here's one of the greatest moments ever for me, though. We've got the angle. It's hot as fuck. We're heading to Spring Stampede. That was the pay. That was the first match. That's where I won my world title 2 years later. That was the great pay-per-view for me. And we're in Florence, South Carolina. I think you remember the building. It was a hockey arena, hold like 8,000 people.
Right.
They're hanging from the rafters. We're hot as fuck right now. We have not gone completely to bigger buildings. We were getting there. It's early 97. And putting on our boots in the back, me and Randy in the same room. Arn Anderson walks in. He said, well, Randy, he goes, what do you want to do tonight? Because, he controlled his outcome like Hulk did.
Right.
No one told him what he did. He booked the match. And he said, tying up his boots, he goes, Will, I think I want to take the diamond cutter. And fucking Arn almost fell over because Arn had told me a year earlier, you're never going to be a top guy.
Right.
Because Savage, Flair, Hogan, Stinger, Luger, they'll never put you over.
Right.
And this is a heated thing that me and
I
him
get
had.
you.
It's all been lax. I love Arn.
Yeah.
But he told me that. So he looks at me. He ain't apologized to me yet because we're not there yet, right? And he says, well, Diamond, I hope you understand this honor. And I said, yeah, Arn, I do. So we go out there, we have the match. Like it's the people we don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's
you
white
lock up and it's a pop. Tackle's a pop.
Crazy. So we get to the end. He gets some good heat on me. And now it's time to go home. So I start going home. Boom, bang, boom, boom. He shuts me off. He says, diamond cutter. Goes for the slam. Bang! Friggin' I'm laying there. The roof is blown off. I'm on my stomach. He's on his back. And I do the crawl. I just lay my arm across him. 1, 2, 3. The roof explodes again. And then, Steve, it was like, do you remember Get Smart?
Yeah.
Remember we had the cone of silence?
Yeah.
It was like as loud as that place was, it was like the cone of silence came over me and him.
Right.
And I could hear him say, well, I guess we know what we're doing for Spring Stampede.
So there you go. Randy Savage putting DDP over, and it was Savage's call to really help elevate DDP. So here you go. This is this episode's discussion topic. What was your favorite Randy Macho Man Savage match? Mine is an easy one. It was WrestleMania 3, Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I have always been a huge Ricky the Dragon Steamboat fan, and oh my God, that was the WrestleMania. That was my Randy Macho Man Savage moment. That was one of my Ricky Steamboat moments. That was my WrestleMania moment. That match to me was it was great. I loved it. I mean, that one, I get on the network, my PS4, turn the network on, I watch that match a lot. I mean, I could watch that match over and over. So, how about you guys? What was your Randy the Macho Man Savage match or moment? Was it when him and Elizabeth finally came back together? I mean, if you watched 80s wrestling, what was that, late 80s, early 90s, when they finally got back together, there was a true emotional moment in wrestling. You just don't get that anymore. So what was it for you guys? What was your big Randy Macho Man Savage moment? So go ahead and comment, let me know, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.